They're trying to make a firestorm out of something that, again, if you look at it, you look at what he said immediately afterward, which Donald Trump didn't say. He immediately afterwards said, no, that's not what I meant. I was talking about the comedian and people that supported that kind of talk. And, you know, Willie, Joe Biden obviously doesn't believe that.
As someone who had a stutter growing up, it's very obvious to me that there's an apostrophe at the end of supporters there. He was referring to the garbage spewed by supporters, not simply the supporters themselves.
Basically calling Puerto Ricans trash.
The most repulsive racial jokes about Latinos.
Disgusting and hateful.
Wow. So incredibly crude.
Frankly, just too X-rated to play here.
Extremely vile, so-called joke.
Much has been made about Biden's comments. The White House is in total damage control. It's whether there was an apostrophe S, his supporters garbage, that it was, you know, or supporters plural as garbage. What is your take and what will be the impact?
Just what the Harris campaign wanted to be talking about is apostrophes. It's quite a gift from the old boss at the end of the campaign. But is it really, from a political matter, is it going to, from a political standpoint, is it going to matter? Is there a voter who's going to take umbrage at these remarks, get so offended, and then rush to the polls, who wasn't already going to the polls in the first place? Now, in terms of the distraction, the point I made at the beginning, you know, Harris would like everybody focused on her closing arguments to the extent that this kind of takes over the news cycle for the morning. That's not what they wanted. More proof of why Joe Biden was a candidate they were worried about having to be at the top of the ticket. So it's not what you want, but I don't know in the end if this really. Also, by the way, if you want to get in an insult comparing contest with the top of the Republican ticket, that's not a conversation that Donald Trump will come out of well. So I think this is one of those things that gets covered in a campaign, but I'm not sure of the practical effect it's going to have on voters.
Maybe 90% of the issues that they bring up, voters don't give a damn about.
Hold on, I thought that was absurd how
it's
they
just their own medicine. They don't like
that. Was absurd how they just went out of their way to justify Joe Biden's comments and then went out of their way to vilify a comedian for telling jokes
and then blaming it on Trump.
Since when is it wrong to tell jokes?
So you couldn't blame.
Since when is it wrong? Since when is people exempt from telling jokes? Because they feelings might get hurt.
Yeah, it was just a joke. I mean, we was there.
I'm confused.
I heard that joke right in person.
I'm just confused.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody laughed.
At the time,
I was literally there.
I had the thought, like, obviously I didn't care, but I had the thought, I was, somebody else might not like that.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
It's funny that you actually heard them words come out of Joe Biden's mouth, and then you heard a comedian say something, and they try to say that what Donald Trump said. So that is crazy to me.
It's ridiculous.
You could actually literally see the actual president say it, and a man that was just talking just for entertainment purposes. Oh, it's just crazy, bro.
It's a double standard in misogyny.
I'm just tired of the double standard that the media has for Democrats and Republicans. I'm tired of it. We can already see what's at play here. They're playing to protect their interests.
The joke was ass, though. The joke was terrible. I didn't.
Bro,
like
but he made a joke about black people too and carving watermelons.
I mean, yeah, that shit. Oh, I thought that's what they was talking about.
No, they talking about he called Puerto Rico a floating island in the garbage.
But you know what's crazy?
Boo flipping who?
You know what's crazy? There's actually a lot of trash that actually like literally trash come on they beaches a lot.
I still see more people mad about the watermelon than
and I seen people after that. A bunch of people in Puerto Rico were lined up with Trump flags. Like they don't give a damn.
Hey, they know their country's pretty garbage. Or I mean, don't we own some? Don't we?
No, that's
Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory.
Oh,
yes.
is Puerto Rico?
Yes, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. It's not state or nothing, but it's you.
So we should help them out, get some trash off of there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, look.
Do they get to vote in our election?
Hell no.
They're not
Hell
US.
no.
It's U.S. territory.
The Puerto Rico joke wasn't that bad, but the watermelon joke was not funny. I'm gonna be real. That to me, you know. But when I watched it over the phone, it was a little bit more funny than in person. Because I was just like, maybe because I was at the rally, I was like, oh, they're not gonna like that shit. Like, I mean,
no, that's what I was thinking too.
I watched every.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
just a pointless joke.
I really watched
like
every speaker at the rally. I sat and watched all of it, and I really don't see what the problem is with everything. Like, people always find stuff to. I saw Megyn Kelly came out and said it was very brotastic and very like pandering to men. That is a fact. I can agree with that. But to say that it was a Nazi rally is absolutely ridiculous. Dude, to say that it was a Nazi rally
us here, we would be technically
y'all Nazis. Taj was in. Hey, Taj was here, y'all.
It's pretty insane, but it's pretty insane that they can even like say that. I was there. I was in attendance. It was a very diverse crowd. It was whites. It was Hispanics.
Yeah,
it was blacks.
Diverse.
There was Jews. I mean, it's a good amount of people.
About as diverse as you'd expect.
I mean, it wasn't as white as you would expect, honestly. For New
that's
York,
black. You mean that's
Yeah, it wasn't. There was no.
It
There
wasn't-
was. I seen like 10 black people.
I didn't say it was a lot of black people. I said there was black people. I didn't say there was a lot. I said there was black people there though.
Yeah,
There's a lot
that's
of
what we
Hispanics and stuff too though, because of New York. You know, so I mean, to say it was a Nazi rally and calling all those people Nazis is ridiculous.
See, I think the Democrat Party think that they're doing something or have a moral high ground better than Republicans because you go to their rally, then they'll have white liberals, black liberals, stuff like that.
You know what there was a
I
lot
think
of
that's
at the
what
NYC Trump rally? A lot of Jewish people. Why would Jewish people attend the Nazi rally? There was a lot
That
of Jewish
debunks
people.
everything right there.
That literally.
There was a lot.
That debunks everything.
Biden got a lot of blowback over these particular comments about who's Madison Square at his rally, what went on. So the president, current president, said something and then everybody lost their minds. Take a look.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people.
That was hard.
Why is he still our president?
That was hard.
Explain to me why
That's
he's in
hard to
office.
hear.
Why they don't got no impeachment papers on his ass?
Yeah, bro. Because I feel like
That was bad,
You should be able, or you should be tested.
I ain't gonna
Just
lie.
be able to put together
I
complete
got a way to make
sentences.
everybody happy. I got a way. Impeach him. Kamala, first black president.
Yeah.
And then Trump in office. Yeah,
Boom.
we gonna finish
Yeah,
out
everybody
there.
won.
Yeah, everybody won at this
That's a
point.
great neutral-
Hey, I feel like it's a great way to win, y'all.
Hey,
everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, they got their change.
Not a bad suggestion.
Just get him out of there.
I like the way you think, boy.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of is unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Why do they keep saying unconscious?
Even the people, all the crowd said,
Oh,
"Oh,
no. You know that? I think that's teleprompted, bro. I don't, not teleprompted.
Why do they
Like
keep
sound?
saying that
I
word?
think that was like, automatic.
They get a live audience at the View.
That didn't sound real, though. They did that to us on Fox. Some of that's just for entertainment purposes. But that was pretty crazy, though. But I can't believe like I said, but they need to take a test every 3 months or some shit.
Yeah.
Because he would have been out of there a long time ago. And then we
Put him
would
on
have
cool
had to
math
change. Yeah, we
games.
would have had to change Kamala. Yeah. So yeah,
They can do it right now,
Yeah.
bro. They should just do it, and then it'll make everybody happy.
Might not be good for us though.
How?
She gonna be president.
Well, you
she
know,
only get 2 months."
I'd rather her right now than this
That's gonna
incompetent
be
man.
on her resume.
So you think he's better than her
well,
right
actually,
now?
it's time to vote anyway. So I mean, it's over in a few days.
Now, he was quick to clarify that he was really referring to the hateful rhetoric as garbage. But it didn't stop our MAGA friends from seizing upon it. Pearl clutch!
What would y'all do? What would y'all do?
You see how
What would y'all do? What would y'all do? What would y'all do?
Well, y'all blame
Did y'all
Trump
see how
for
you
saying.
see how they gaslighted us?
Yeah.
For saying he just called us garbage. They said we clutching our pearls. You ugly, Whoopi. That's what I got
How
to say
about
to you.
that?
How about that? How you like them apples, ugly? 3 men marriage and none of them wanted to stay with you.
Well, to be honest with you, I feel like
Rico.
the worst thing they said was Kamala went up there and said that man is a fascist and he's part of
Nazi?
a Nazi party. That's crazy to me. So it's just like,
Yeah,
who's really the worst type of
Yeah,
people right now?
Like
I just don't think it's very
fascist
fair.
versus watermelon.
It's just not very fair, guys. I'm not a fan of the logic that's being, or not the logic, the rhetoric that the left uses, and it's okay when they do it. But as soon as somebody on the right says something they don't like, they blow it out of proportion.
Did Joe Biden say his state, Delaware, Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a lot of
That's when he
Puerto
just got
Rican
confused.
population up there.
Okay, I was like, hold on, bro.
Up north has a large Puerto
That's
Rican
what confused me
population.
the most.
I was like, hold on,
Did
Joe.
he just?
In my state, Delaware, Puerto Rico.
That's why I was like,
Delaware,
what?
Puerto Rico.
What?
And this is our president.
I'm of the mindset that if you say it, you might as well just embrace it. And I do think that that's a problem for Democrats.
We're going to ask our strategist over here in a second.
Shocking, that I would say that. No, but realistically, I do think if he said, listen, yeah, I do mean all those racist supporters of Donald Trump. Yeah, I do think that they're terrible. I think that people would look at the Democratic Party a little bit different. I think, look, I do think that the Democratic Party in general doesn't look like they are strong enough, and they will always back off of things. And I think that when Joe Biden backs off of saying what he really believes, I don't think that's a good look.
Boy, he was struggling to get that out.
He got that Joe stutter.
He said, but.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disturbed about the double standards you're applying on what you're saying. For example, you dismissed Joe Biden's comments about calling all of Trump's supporters garbage, and that's what he said.
He did not say that, caller. He did not. He did not. He said that the racism, the comment, the disgusting comments about Hispanics were objectionable. I read the quote too, sir. You're just wrong, and I know you want to believe that's what he said. But by the way, he's not running for president.
He is the president.
The other guy.
He was.
He is the president. Who is this guy?
Mark, did you want to respond?
To call Trump a fascist, calling his supporters fascist. I'm not a fascist. I'm a freedom-loving Republican. And for you to say that Trump supporters are fascist, it's just wrong.
I didn't say Trump supporters are fascist. I think they may be supporting a fascist. Sir.
On the garbage comment, the transcript sent by the White House has it as possessive and not plural. The statement, the only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters, ''S. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything that we've been. Some debate over there since yesterday about whether it was plural or possessive, just to the caller's point of what he said.
Yeah, and I, as a conservative lawyer, I am a textualist, and you have to, part of the ruling way you examine a text is you look at the entire sentence. Okay, and the entire sentence makes sense that there is a possessive there. When we speak, we do not say apostrophe. Although Donald Trump has shown that he doesn't know what an apostrophe is, by the way.
Shut your ass up, man.
It's sad to watch this video because to see all these people try to defend him for this, but when they try to miscrew what Donald Trump said about both sides and then continue to say exactly what that man say, but we actually heard what this man said out his mouth.
Now they talking about looking at the full text.
Like what the
fuck? Look at the full text.
That's crazy to me.
Man, nah, man.
Hey,
The dude that called in, that shit was funny, man.
He was keeping it 100.
Oh, yeah, I like that dude.
I'm just a bit confused.
No, about the double
we be confused.
Am I tripping?
Joe Biden said.
He said it.
All Trump supporters or whatever he said
are trash.
I've heard worse.
I'm offended
why
by
are they
that.
harping on that?
If I would have said,
why are they even talking about that? They're like, because they're saying that they don't.
No, because Trump hasn't said that even about Joe Biden or Kamala about the supporters. Because you talk about the American people. It's different whenever you go after the candidate. When you say the half of the American people are trash. Whoa, that's
Well, I don't think that's bad compared to them calling people. They call them racist and fascist, and
that's why
Nazi.
it's a double standard.
And we've heard Kamala
that's why it's
say
a double standard.
that people I think under 21 dumb voters. Y'all remember that?
Well, they said black people don't know how to get ID.
Yeah,
They said you monkey so damn dumb you don't know how to use a laptop or go get an ID.
This shit is crazy, bro.
But it's intellectually dishonest for his supporters to suddenly be offended by President Biden slip up, because I do believe it was a slip up.
I don't care what you
after
believe.
all
Convenient.
that their guy has said, he called all of America a garbage can. All of America.
When did he do that?
Where's the video?
When did he do that?
We got Joe Biden on video.
Wouldn't they have played the clip if they really had it?
Exactly. Well, hey, I never thought about that. They would have showed it.
I've been saying that. Why all this stuff people say they don't pull the clip up?
We can pull the clip of
They
Joe.
need to start pulling the clips.
We got clips for ours.
Hold on. During the debate, you got 5 minutes of clips to pull up. Hey, look at this crime bill right here. Just Joe Biden.
I don't want them niggas fighting my kids.
Hillary Clinton.
The jungle.
Black folks, did y'all see that? You gotta wake everybody
Whoa,
up.
you're not black if you don't vote Joe Biden.
Mainstream media want everybody to be brainwashed and dumb.
You know what's
How the hell
crazy?
we thought about that?
You know what I just thought about?
That'd be debunk everything.
If you niggas don't vote Joe Biden, you ain't niggas no more. And you know what? Once you voted for me, now you niggas ain't gonna get shit. We gonna give it to the immigrants.
President Biden took this comment last night about garbage.
Listen, I think that, first of all, he clarified his comments, but let me be clear, I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for. You heard my speech last night and continuously throughout my career. I believe that the work that I do is about representing all the people, whether they support me or not. And as President of the United States, I will be a president for all Americans, whether you vote for me or not. That is my responsibility, and that's the kind of work that I've done my entire career, and I take it very seriously.
Have you spoken to him about his comments and his intentions?
He did call me last night, but this didn't come up.
Are you concerned about what impact this may have on voters, on the divisiveness of the election, and whether or not it's going to dissuade some people from supporting you because of your affiliation with the president and this administration?
I've been very clear with the American public. I respect the challenges that people face. I respect the fact that we all have so much more in common than what separates us.
Kamala.
I want to get your reaction to the president's comments.
Everything she says, I do too. I gotta follow the law, Kamala.
Did y'all see what Tucker Carlson said about Tim Walz? He was like, he's gay. So he's super gay. He said there's nothing that indicates that he's not gay.
So technically, if you're calling Trump Hitler and a fascist, the people that's voting for him are not good people. So
Nazis and fascists.
Calling him that, and you're low-key saying that we're bad people for voting for that.
Yes, they are exactly.
They've been said that.
They're trying to cause social unrest.
I would never do that to the
They
American
say you're
people
a
just
racist.
because they vote for someone.
You're a
Remember that
coon.
dude was looking at us. He was looking at us so crazy.
Yeah, that shit was
Y'all aren't voting for Kamala?
So he only cares about
Now,
himself.
that shit was hilarious, my brother. You don't know how deep this shit has gotten. You can ask anybody in that part, but do not ask us.
Because we gonna tell you.
Facts.
You know
I'm
what's
gonna just tell him, pull the clip up. If Trump says something racist, pull the clip up, please.
Hey guys, we said some stuff that was, pro-Trump and on Revolt, and they never posted it, y'all. They never posted it, and then they try to make people that didn't have, good statements on video, they're gonna post that. That show you what type of people we dealing with.
Agenda.
Well, we're not gonna use that one.
It was like, damn.
They sounded educated.
Telling the truth.
Damn.
Can't show niggas this. These niggas Harriet Tubman.
People face. I respect the fact that we all have so much more in common than what separates us.
I want to get your reaction to the president's comments.
He looks like You look like Mr. Mises off of
like an Elmo.
Mr. Mises.
Yeah, he look like a big Mr. Mises. Mr. Mises.
He's so jolly ass.
He's so jolly.
He look like a Teddy Graham.
Hey, you know what forever had me weak? When he hit the kick, the back in the day with the kick. He hit
I got the hiccups.
Oh, Joe Bro.
You'll be hype, bro.
I want to get your reaction to the president's comments, but I want to put it into a larger context of your recent comment comparing the Sunday Trump rally to a Nazi rally. And I would also throw in there Obama's bitter clingers, guns and religion comment from a while back, the deplorable line from Hillary Clinton's campaign, and the way that Democrats are seen by some voters as disrespecting them. And I have to ask, does that undercut this closing message of unity from your campaign?
Yeah, great question.
No, certainly not. And for Tony, for me, I've represented rural areas. I've represented Democrats, Republicans, independents. Same thing with the vice president. Look, you saw a presidential speech last night at the Ellipse that is the best of America, one that's talking about unifying us, one that's talking about bringing folks to the table, one that the American tradition of disagreeing and debating, but still doing it in a respectful manner. And I think there's the frustration we've seen since January 6th, the frustration with Donald Trump's
January 6th.
I just can't believe they just continue to do this shit, bro.
They brought that up.
but still doing it in a respectful manner. And I think there's the frustration we've seen since January 6th, the frustration with Donald Trump's rhetoric of division. It does fire passions. And I think President Biden was very clear that he's speaking about the rhetoric. We heard it. That so it doesn't undermine it. People are hungry to come back together. They're hungry to find a unifying message. They're hungry for us to find solutions, whether it's prices or whether it's reproductive care. They want to see solutions.
Can you just address the president's comments yesterday referring to Trump's supporter as garbage? And I know he's tried to clarify that he was trying to talk about what the person said. But one, I guess I want to know, does he think less of Americans who support Trump than he does of those who do not? And two, why is he using that kind of rhetoric? How is that presidential?
So a couple of things.
Great question. Great question,
just
reporter.
to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage, which is why he put out, this is why he wanted to make sure that we put out a statement that clarified what he meant and what he was trying to say. And so just want to make that very clear for folks who are watching. And I just want to read that out to folks. So he was regarding to the comedian, and I quote, "I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump's supporter at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally don't reflect who we are as a nation."
Cap.
And to your question, your other question that you asked, no, he does not view Trump supporters or anybody who supports Trump as garbage. That is not what he views. The president has said this for more than 3 years now. He has said multiple times that he is a president for all. It doesn't matter if you live in a red state. It doesn't matter if you live in a blue state. He has said this himself. I have said it on his behalf.
Man, why should we keep listening to KJP and her ridiculous outfit? She pulled up just like the Riddler, up here telling lies for Joe Biden.
Joe Biden don't care about nobody but the immigrant.
Listen here, KJP. Wow. We know what was said. You don't have to lie for us.
That doesn't even make sense.
You have to lie to us.
They spin anything in the direction they want.
They spin anything in the direction they want to get the agenda they want pushed. It's never been more clear than now.
He said his supporters. Come on. Let's keep it real. Let's just be real.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage.
Okay, he said a speaker.
At his rally called Puerto Rico.
He could have said that at first.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
His supporters. We heard it. Y'all lying.
And he had supporters there. And it makes sense because he had supporters there because they were all lined up with the flags.
Oh, buddy.
I think these people, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is so scary because literally,
I want to look up how many
Donald Trump, like I know I keep bringing this up, but when he said that both sides have good and bad people and they spent that so bad and that you literally got
that literally could be a fact. I don't know who in the crowd just pulled up. It could, hey man, it was some bad people, but it could have been some good people. He can't be both sides on one thing, bro. That's Nazi rhetoric. Now, this right here proves everything, guys.
Hold on, but then also in that same breath, Puerto Rico is having a trash crisis.
No, that's what I said. They have trash actually going on the island.
Well. If it ain't the cold hard truth,
they're just mad.
I can believe they just spun that, bro, because he said speaker, so he was referring to the comedian at that point.
Tony.
So then, how they gonna say that the supporter he was going back to talking about Tony? That don't even make sense. That's not even a correct sentence, bro.
Yeah, Joe Biden, you stupid. Stupid old man.
These people, man, once again.
You know what make this kind of more crazy? I wonder what is he saying to other leaders? If this what represent us right now.